Alright, before we go to Dagonis and have a run-in with the Orsellio dynasty, as usual in between streams I just sold and sorted all my inventory, and I just want to take a second to complain about something. Cargo manager. But the thing is, look at that, we have so many Void Pirate trophies, but the thing is we always have those Ancient Energy cores, and they are 75% worth. And the issue is, it's not sorted into the same package, because it always just started a new one. And look how many trophies we have. Look how many of those cargoes we could just hand in if they were sorted, well, with excess, but still. Anyway. Another thing I also want to do, because I think the last few streams were pretty great, I really enjoyed the game, but I think we can at least try to play with a little bit more edge to it. So, yeah, I'm daring to go daring. I mean, if it's too hard, we can always go back, right? Right. Anyway, before we go there, one last thing. Just want to do the colony management, because through the inventory sorting, I got enough reputation with the Rusians. It's not too much, 60,000. So, let's go for that. Let's go for dirty bureaucracy. Sounds really fun. Yeah, Kiavagama is fully done and completed. And yeah, we don't have enough Drusen reputation to do this one here, the Signs of Virtue, but we can go for this one. Of course, we have quite some bros at the Casbalica mission. And I mean, we get even more reputation with them, and some chemicals, and some money, so what could be wrong? Maybe we should read the text and then we know what's wrong. Hidden plantations will allow the production of hallucinogenic poisons that sting the victim's very genes. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. What could go wrong? And Dagonis is still in progress, and we have a 6, not 5. I don't know, let's go for the plasteel. And off to Dagonis. Daring sounds exciting, right? What could go wrong? Here. Oh, and I also got one of the rarest achievements in BG3, the street music tips one. It's really nice. I had that very quickly, because in between streams I always went along with my band and was just playing music because I liked it so much. Congrats. Yeah, Dagonis. Go. Interesting that we are not required to bring Cassia along. Let's just make sure I understood the mission correctly. Throne Room, Palace von Valencius, Dagonis. I just guess if you don't take her along, we don't have the meeting or something? Would be odd. Meeting her dynasty without her. Let's see, it also feels like even the character-specific missions, I think with the only exception of Jai, always do have battles in them. But I mean, I hope they are not trying to take Cassia with them. I mean, we need her. She's our most powerful character. And our Navigator. Maybe that's another point. It's also interesting that they do know that we have Cassia. I don't know what kind of, detection or scrying opportunities you have. If Navigators are just that much in touch with the warp that they can feel someone being in the warp. I don't know. And yeah, she truly is. I also don't know if Cassia herself would like to leave, if she was prompted. But then again, she seems to be pretty dogmatic regarding house and nobles and stuff. Let's talk to our Chancellor. And then again, she has the pink square around her. Yeah. Your Lordship. Clemencia looks away from her data slate. I hope you understand on Dagonis I hope your stay on Dagonis will be beneficial to your physical and mental state. I understand that the heir to Protectorate must have his hands full, but one shouldn't forget about rest. So, what about the meeting with the Navigators of House Orsellio? Clemencia immediately focuses on the data state in her hands. Allow me to report. The esteemed Navigators of House Orsellio have taken residence in the guest estate and await a meeting with you. How would you like to receive them? We can pay or not. I think probably it will help us in negotiating whatever we want to do. Because, I mean, they're nobility, they're pretty uptight, and yeah. Make arrangements for a reception worthy of the refined taste of the Navis nobility. Understood, your lordship. Clemencia promptly makes a note on her data state. Would you like to hold the meeting shortly? Yes. Cassia and I are ready for the talks. Then I'll have messengers to send to retrieve the esteemed guests. Let's have a look. And now we do have to have Cassia in our party. That makes sense. And now this guy here at the bottom has this pinkish prison. Yrliet, Idira, and Cassia I found were the strongest companions. I haven't taken Idira too much along after getting like more companions. Maybe I should. I really enjoyed in the beginning her lightning bolt attacks and stuff like that. Like her Psyker abilities, I gotta say I like more than Heinrix Psyker abilities. Did you, the Idira, survive till the very end, Alistair? Aww. I really gotta have a look at patch 6. The classic golden purple Navigator colors. Regent Argenta Orsellio, esteemed delegation. The Rogue Trader and the Von Valences Protectorate welcome you. Come this way, please. I hope they like this pompous entrance. Nice. Did you take Idira around a lot, Alistair? Or was he more like sitting on the bench? As in my case. There was a long loading screen for just basically bowing. The esteemed representatives of the Navis nobility have arrived at the Rogue Trader's court. The Regent of Great House Orsellio, Argenta Orsellio. His companions, Lady Glyceria Orsellio, Navigator Lesser Simon Orsellio, and his intended bride, Lady Navigator Alexandria Orsellio, Lady Navigator Elinda Hateria Orsellio, and Navigator Danax Orsellio. I don't know how correctly I pronounce those names, but hey. I really like the Navigator's looks. You can really see that Cassia's part of them. Tall, wizened old man proudly stares at you with milky, unblinking eyes. Loose skin sways with his every move, as if the Navigator's flesh has detached from his bones. An unsightly hole masks the Regent's face where his nose should be, and the old man's skull is covered with spiky growths. True, the older they get, the more mutated they become. But I mean, regarding that, at least with their robes, they look pretty humanoid. Rogue Trader! The Regent's piercing voice cuts through the silence. On behalf of House Orsellio, we would like to express our immense satisfaction at this meeting.
our gratitude for the warm welcome. It pleases us to know that there are still lords in the Koronus Expanse who observe etiquette and the traditions of hospitality.
I think it was the right choice to go and spend the 1 profit factor.
And yet, this is not why we are here. Our grace is obliged to note how much the rogue trader has done for House Orsellio by protecting its beloved child. We waited for many turns to behold her radiant visage.
The Regent shifts his unblinking gaze to Cassia.
Come now, child. There's much we need to discuss.
You want me to be away? Cassia steps forward, but then stops and looks at you. I mean, for the time being, I will just observe and hope we can intervene if things go south. And Edward nods wordlessly. I mean, in the end, it's her business, right? Cassia smiles faintly and addresses the Regent. Esteemed Regent, it pleases me to see the gleaming sheen of gold and turquoise about your brow. It is thanks to the efforts of the rogue trader that I stand here today, and there's so much I want to tell you. But what is it you desire to hear most?
We know what happened at the station, child. Your connection to the Atlas has grown so strong. We felt the turmoil in your soul, and the events that transpired have shaken us. House Orsellio is deeply grateful to the rogue trader for the destruction of the saboteurs, and we are willing to reciprocate such magnanimous gesture. We trust that a treaty of friendship and alliance underpinned by the transfer of several We trust that the treaty of friendship and alliance underpinned by the transfer of several artifacts of exceeding rarity will suffice. Now, come, child. It is time we depart for your new home, so that we may finish what we started.
No, they want to take her.
Esteemed Regent, perhaps I could continue my education while still accompanying the rogue trader on his travels. Just imagine how much I could learn beyond the bounds of...
Cassia notices the Regent's furious glare and falls short. Yeah, I think this is a point where it would be very easy to get rid of Cassia, but of course we do not want to do that.
Cassia, I would be honored if you decided to stay. Unthinkable.
And dialogue? Are they attacking us now? Oh.
Don't just stand there. Help the rogue trader defend the child in the palace.
Are we just getting randomly attacked?
Down with Tisiphone's tyranny! Kill the girl!
Oh. So House Orsellio is more divided than initially assumed.
Your arrogance will be your downfall. You dare cross the faithful.
I mean, mechanically it makes sense, but kind of funny that Lady Navigator Alina has like almost 200 HP, and those navigators here have like 30. And Regent Argenta also 72. Anyway. We can do this. Come on, Cassia, show how independent you are. And I hope this can at least prove that we can take care of her. I really don't wanna fight House Orsellio to keep our favorite navigator. Heinrix, here you go. Yrliet, I'm putting here or here to be able to shoot. And here we go.
I'll make it happen.
Let's see if we can just one-hit blast everyone.
I'll make it
since
happen.
We're now playing on daring. I forgot to do the zone. I go here. Ah, damn it. Interesting that I can't go... I was just very confused why I couldn't go here. But it makes sense. Because it just takes too much movement. They do all have quite a lot of HP.
Emperor, give me strength.
I hope it's her turn soon again. Come on.
If I may.
Initiative is quite low. Go for the front line here. Let's move around a little bit. Front line here.
Not me.
Cassia just have to move toward it. Let's boost Argenta. Yeah, we can't
I'll
reach
see
Yrliet,
to it
so
personally.
here we go. We won't be able to fill momentum. Just go here. Well, that's a little bit too exposed for my taste. Well, how about we just stand here and then shoot? Wait, to hit chance minus 1%? How does this work? Is it just going to be deflected? I don't like those odds. So we're just going to go here and we're going to be a little bit more exposed. What's the worst that could happen?
Don't let your guard down.
Hi Toril, nice to see you again. How are you? How was your week? And I mean, we do have quite a lot of allies. Nice one. It is kind of bad thing that like all of their bodyguards are turning on us. Like, you really didn't do a good job of choosing bodyguards. Heinrix. Let's bless ourselves. Let's go for buffing.
For the throne's glory.
Should we just... Let's take on this one here.
Object to it.
Go one step back and then
I'll
rush.
put my psychic abilities to use.
Let me build up speed. Come on.
Naturally.
Come on. Yes. Oh wow. All the navigators are stunned. Well, I guess it's our turn faster that way. I'd say let's take care of Lady Navigator
Justice
first.
for the weak.
Today Argenta impressed me, she did 500 damage in one round. Nice. But then again I have to say, like, the warp skills also can easily, with enough enemies, do quite a lot of damage very quickly. But Argenta is pretty nice too, and has a movement speed of 26. Insane. Oh well, we take it. Here we go.
You, my emperor.
Well, 0 damage.
I'll do
just
it.
a shot.
As the emperor
Come on,
commands, I am.
And I just love Argenta laughing in battle.
I'll do it.
Come on.
This is why I was chosen.
Not enough. Damn it. Let's pray. I think Lady Navigator is going to act before we do, because the navigators are stunned.
Holy terror, smite your enemies.
I hope we can protect the navigators, but I have a bad feeling. No. Then again, they seem to try to just stun them. Alright, Cassia, it's your big day. Heinrix. If I go here, or if I go here? I don't want to hurt Heinrix. I'd also just go here. That's looking good. And I mean, if I go one further to the back? Or 2? Precision. Well, Heinrix, buckle up.
I have read tomes of military tactics. Now you're clad in scarlet.
Take you.
I think we also took like some talents to protect our allies from warp stuff. So I think that's why he didn't take any damage. Nice one, I'd say. Cassia's insane, right? You can just like sweep the whole battlefield. Yeah, I would love to do more, but I can't. What we can do is give Edward like an additional turn, and then give like an additional action, and then we can give Cassia a full extra turn. This is what we're going to do. Here, front line.
On it.
Why don't you use Cassia anymore?
I'll make it happen.
Here finds
Here's
our...
my perfect moment.
Cool. And now we're looking at people till they die. That's Navigator things. And... can I see you? Damn it. True. I mean, true, she is insanely strong. That's why I also decided to up the difficulty a little bit. Come on. We just go one back, and we attack you.
Battlefields are always drowned.
Because I
in
think if I kill
scarlet.
someone, yeah, I get another stab. Take. Ha! And that's enough. And once more. But is that truly too strong? Ew. I guess we talk to you? Mercy! The Lady Navigator covers her face with her disfigured, scaly hands, each with an extra finger and conjoined phalangeal bones. Her clothes are covered in blood, mostly that of your servants, and several unexploded bolts sticking out of her chestplate. Yeah, Mercy, you just went in here, you wanted to kill me, you wanted to kill Cassia, and you killed my servants. Excuse me. Rug Trader, whether on purpose or out of ignorance, you are harboring a monster that is cunningly pretending to be an innocent mate. Spare me, and I, Elena Hatari Orsellio, will swear to tell you the whole truth about the madness that is devouring House Orsellio like a malignant tumor. Do not let the Regent deceive you with honeyed lies, lest the cursed child ruin your protectorate as well. You see rage and despair in the Lady Navigator's face, but neither is directed at you. I mean, honestly, it would be interesting to get... on the other hand, we do not forgive her, because that I definitely wouldn't do. But the alternative to just executing her would be your fate will be decided during the trial. And I mean, she just killed people, so I think the fate is still pretty much set in stone. But I want to hear what she's going to tell us. Something else about Persephone Orsellio or something, right? Cassia's ridiculously stronger than the whole rest of the team, and that without a single investment. Yeah, I mean those warp powers are just insane. Like both single target damage, but also like AoE is just crazy. I still really enjoy her and playing her. Your fate will be decided during the trial, Lady Lena. I will hear what you have to tell us. Thank you for your lenience, Rogue Trader. Let's see what she wants to tell us. The unnatural bulbous eyes of the Navigator constantly shift between you and Cassia, like secretions run down her cheek instead of tears, leaving unsightly streaks. Ew. I, Elena Hatari of House Orsellio, swear to tell the Rogue Trader nothing but the truth. May the God Emperor be my witness. Pathetic. Execute them? Like, oh boy, everyone. Well, speaking about collateral damage.
Regent Oranto, representatives of your house made an attempt on Lady Cassia's life and attacked a rogue trader. House Orsellio humbly asked for your lenience and forgiveness. We could not even imagine these vile rats could be scurrying among our ranks. As for them sneaking into the rogue trader's palace and staging an unthinkable crime, God Emperor be our witness, the accursed renegades seek to spark a feud between our houses.
At least so far really seemed that they just wanted to target Cassia. I don't think they care at all about me or House von Valencius. But I mean, he was stunned the whole time, but he was willing to fight on our side, so...
Come now, Regent. You proved your innocence. We are ready to tell you everything we know so that this misunderstanding can be remedied as quickly as possible. Alright, so tell me about the renegades. They are madmen who seek to destroy the centuries-old traditions of our great house, so carefully nurtured by the previous Navigator Tisiphone Orsellio.
A cursed child of her.
They deem the century of her rule a tyranny, and our most sacred relic a curse that must be destroyed. Fools! If the Atlas were to be destroyed, the whole of House Orsellio would follow it into oblivion.
Remember, when in doubt, killing everyone also kills the traitor. Unless there isn't a traitor, it's just your own madness, though.
So, why do renegades seek to destroy the house's relic?
And what kind of relic is it even? What kind of atlas?
They destroyed her power, for only a Navigator can fully grasp the mysteries and harness the power of the Starway Atlas. What the renegades call a leash, we call a guiding star.
Navigator was like the leader, yeah, patriarch or matriarch that rules over Navigator House.
But why are people trying to kill Lady Cassia? Everyone in the house knows the child is the keeper of the one true Starway Atlas, which once belonged to our great Navigator Tisiphone Orsellio. The ungrateful wretches secretly hated her grace, and when Tisiphone abdicated her responsibilities and set off for paths unknown, they staged a revolt to destroy her successor.
So it's something Cassia possesses, like has as an item?
So, does Cassia really carry Tisiphone's Atlas? We believe it with all our heart. The Navigator spent many cycles on the world where the child was born. It is said that everyone who witnessed the miracle of her birth simultaneously departed for a destination known only to the Navigator. Tisiphone gave the order and followed them soon after, leaving her precious gift, the Atlas, to Cassia and therefore making her as her successor.
But that sounds like it's not like a physical object, right? Because I mean, otherwise they would know it and not just believe it. What kind of artifact is this Atlas? Is it something spiritual? Is it like a gift? Calling me mad sounds like heresy to me. You sound like a sister of battle, or the Inquisition.
It looks like House Orsellio has fallen on hard times.
The regent stays silent and then replies,
To call your statement false would be a lie. For many years, we managed to maintain the fragile balance within the house, but then the Navigator's departure shook the faith of many. The treasury is empty, the navigators are scattered, the war brutes are scrambled, and many of our allies cannot be reached, which is why it is so important to complete the child's education. It is Cassia's duty to take Tisiphone's place and lead the house to prosperity. Such is her great destiny.
No pressure on you, Cassia. I would love to know more about this Atlas, like what's the problem with the Atlas? Turo, I'm playing Iconoclast. I don't have to be dogmatic. I can go and be heretical.
So, what do you know about Cassia's unbridled power? A special gift for a special child. She was born with it and grew up under its influence. The instability sometimes hampered her education, but we learned to prevent most outbursts. As long as the child remains calm and remains in seclusion, the powers cannot take hold of her mind.
I mean, so far she's doing pretty great, right? I mean, we haven't heard from people killing themselves due to Cassia's outburst, right? So I would say she's learning things with us, and I don't want to hand her over to her house. I just really hope we don't have to fight them. Hi Hila, nice to see you. How are you? How's it going? How was start of school?
I think I've heard enough.
The regent acknowledges your words with a nod and waits for you to continue.
So, Lady Lena, what do you have to say in your defense?
I do not know what it is you wish to learn, but I will start from the very beginning. A long time ago, Tisiphone ascended to the throne of Orsellio. She was a daring novator who brought part of the house to the Expanse, hoping to strengthen our position in the Imperium. The house prospered, but Tisiphone was never satisfied. She went mad in her pursuit of power, seeking more influence, more control, and she saw enemies everywhere, even among her loyal followers. Well, sounds like a typical noble in this setting, right? Happy to heal, sounds great. Paranoia was slowly driving Tisiphone insane, and one day she created the Starway Atlas, a relic that is implanted in our bodies at birth. Oh, and that's why we don't truly know if she has that. Interesting. Like, very powerful mystical implant? Maybe that's why Cassia's so broken in battles. And noose around our necks, our gifts, and our damnation. Tisiphone used the Atlas to control us, subdue our will, and mold our thoughts. If anyone put a toe out of line, she killed them with a glance. Yeah, that sounds pretty much like Cassia's abilities. Yikes. At first, many branches of House Orsellio tried to resist her tyranny, and Tisiphone cut them down with extreme brutality. For example, the entire Satella branch was destroyed simply because its leader asked too many questions about the Atlas and wanted to know the truth about its creation. Oh boy. Famous rogue trader fell down the stair and instantly died, according to very reliable Inquisitor. And that's why you romance your Inquisitor, so he doesn't do that with you. And just supports the iconoclast ways. Master move.
So, I understand Tisiphone's transgressions, but what does any of that have to do with Lady Cassia?
Tisiphone passed her Atlas on her successor before fleeing the house, to a newborn child. We could not surrender the throne to the tyrant's creature. Tisiphone was cunning and treacherous. She must have hatched the entire plan beforehand. Her disappearance, the child, the transfer of the leash. We feared that one day she would be reborn in Cassia's body, and we could not let that happen. So you don't understand what the Atlas does, but just fear the power.
So, you called Cassia a monster because of Tisiphone's Atlas?
Largely, yes, but there's more. Have you never felt pure, unadulterated disgust while standing close to her? Or perhaps fury or fear? Who but a monster would manipulate the minds and feelings of others? Even more so than Tisiphone herself did. I mean, in general, you can do warpy stuff. All navigators can. Interesting to draw the line at that point. But I wonder if might be that this transmission and manipulation of feelings is just the Atlas. Interesting, I want to know all about it. But it seems like there are many, many question marks.
So, why didn't you attack before? Why now?
Tisiphone always had plenty of opponents, but we were afraid to trust one another. Any of us could be spying for her followers. We saved our strength and dealt the first blow 5 years ago after their heir was born,
striking at one of our estates on RTV. But the girl survived, and Regent Aranto hid her so far away and guarded so thoroughly it took us another 13 years to find her. I guess he did a good job at protecting her. And then another two get into the region's good graces and reach Yrliet 5. Now Cassia's in the spotlight, and the House Council is about to put her on the throne. Surely there's no better time to cut off the serpent's head. Yikes. And I mean, basically just because her predecessor was a tyrant. What the heck? So, you admit Regent Aranta was not aware of the assassination attempt?
Alina clicks her tongue loudly. Huh. Regent Aranta is guilty of mass killings, intimidation, inhuman torture, abetting Tisiphone, and raising our heir. His crimes are many, but this one is not among them. I love to see his head on the chopping block, but honor prohibits me from slandering him in a trial before the rogue trader.
So, what else is Tisiphone Orsellio guilty of?
Tisiphone's madness weakened the dynasty, and not long ago the Navigator vanished. Indeed, her loyal followers lie when they say she chose to retire. The truth is nobody knows the truth. I hope she's rotting away on one of her secret worlds. Alina finishes with a sneer. I mean, if we look at the nobles we encountered so far, it doesn't really sound that different to them, right? I mean, just remember Governor Viet, right? So how far are you into this game, Ethan? I'm quite about at the end of Act 2, and there are 5 acts, so it is a pretty long game. I've been streaming this game since, I think the 3rd December, or something, like beginning of December. Yeah, lots of things to do, lots of things to explore. I really love the world and the lore.
I think I've heard enough.
Well, the rogue trader knows about the region's atrocities, and the girl's corruption. I hope I succeeded in warning you about the danger that lurks within Cassia Orsellio. And yeah, it is quite a long game. All the Owlcat games are pretty long. I think it took me like 4 or 5 months to finish Wrath of the Righteous, the Pathfinder game. But yeah, it's really fun. Just lots and lots of things to read. What are you currently streaming? I mean, she attacked us. I won't go and punish Cassia out of fear for becoming like her predecessors. So pretty sure I will ask Cassia first, like what she would do, and in the end I would punish Alina. Because I mean, what the heck?
Lady Cassia, you two are an injured party in this. What would you do in my place?
If I may speak, so many dirty colors have poured from the mouths of those present that I feel covered in filth from head to toe. As the future Navigator, I want to bleach them, purify them, and let them go. Heed me. I'm the one to blame for what happened today, and I accept full responsibility for the actions of my house. Cassia speaks bravely and openly, though hands are shaking a little. I'm not really sure what bleaching them and purifying them means, and if that's actually more human than just killing them. Currently going to do Origins of Skyrim the upcoming week. Oh nice, sounds fun. Are you finished with Mass Effect? Vile wretch, what do you think you are? Will you now start killing those who have displeased you as Tisiphone did before you? The fury on Alina's face gives way to desperation when she realizes what she just said. She slowly reaches for the atlas embedded in her chest, looking at Cassia with obvious fear. Excuse me, Alina, you just went around and killed people all around, and you accuse Cassia of tyranny? Mm-hmm.
Eros, child, the burden is too heavy for you to shoulder alone. You are not yet ready.
I implore you, to settle this conflict, I offer the rogue trader a 100-year contract with House Orsellio.
committing us to charting the shortest and safest routes for the Von Valentia Protectorate within the Koronus Expanse. I will also remain aboard the Rogue Trader's vessel and assist him until he decides otherwise, or until duty to the House summons me to the Navigator's seat.
I would love to ask what this purifying business implies, but I mean, it sounds reasonable. As the future Navigator, I also think it's right that she gets to decide. And yeah, we're going to go with that one. How about you let's ask what she's going to do with Elena first. Maybe we can find out more about this bleaching and purification. Still need to do Mass Effect 3. Ah, how did you like the first two? I'm also thinking about like maybe streaming them in the future. Well, once I'm finished with some of the games I'm currently playing.
So, what are you going to do to Lady Lena? The esteemed regent will put Lady Lena and her people in one of our family gals. She's the House Orsellio Navigator after all. There's no need for our precious blood to be spilled.
Oh, I like that. I like that it's actually kinda peaceful and seems, well, more iconoclast and dogmatic, I'd say. Lady Lena stares at Cassia incredulously with bulging eyes, but remains silent. Her hand restlessly caresses the spot where Atlas is embedded. I would say let's go with that.
I accept the offer, Lady Cassia.
Cassia smiles. You've never seen her so open or so radiant.
Thank you, Edward. I mean, Rogue Trader.
Aw. Regent Argenta remains silent for a long while.
Ah, so be it. We failed to notice that our child has grown up and become strong. You may stay with the Rogue Trader until the house summons you. His influence is anomalous, but it has served to bring out blessed Persephone's most precious talent, the talent of leadership.
Yes, and we can keep her. I love it.
Rogue Trader, we are now bound by the terms of the contract. Your representatives may contact House Orsellio at any time, and we will respond. And one more thing. Protect the child like the apple of your eye. Remember that you have the future Navigator for House Nobility House aboard your vessel.
Nevis Nobility House. Nice, I'd say we got quite the good ending for this quest. At least it feels like that. The second Mass Effect is definitely my favorite so far. I can really recommend them. Nice. Sounds really good. Happy you enjoyed them. And thanks for not spoiling. Much appreciated. Alright. I'd say that was a pretty good ending. So let's go and have a chat with Cassia. And I think after that we can maybe take another look at our colonies. And beside that, I think we're just waiting for Drukhari raids, aren't we? Doesn't sound like the best plan to wait for that to happen, but hey. We explored all the systems, so not much more to do, I guess. And I think we also did like a side quest for... Did we do a side quest for everyone? I think we didn't get a side quest in this act for Abelard. But beside that, we had Idira with Theodora, we had Cassia now, we had Heinrix and Kervagama, we had Jai with the fun of bureaucracy. Did we have to do something with Argenta? I think the orphans were in the first act, right? We'll see. Right, back to the ship and the bridge. Like, Hela, does Mass Effect have like a similar vibe to Dragon Age? Like, can you feel it's from the same people, or is it just like hugely different? I mean, the setting is quite different, right?